Right, so I've got a question for you now. This is a bit unfair. You're not had time to think about this because I have thought hard about this. How would you get out of that situation without screwing Brett? Say you're Vincent Martin, how would you get out of that situation? I've got a possible solution. I'm not saying it's watertight, but it's the best solution I can think of.
What do you mean about
So
sort of?
so you need Brett to lose the title at Survivor
Yeah.
Series, but Sean isn't going to be Sean. So how do you get around that?
What you mean? Well, after the screw job, you mean?
No, no, at Survivor Series, say we're going to avoid the screw job.
Yeah.
We're going to take Brett the title off Brett in a way he's happy with. Can you think of a way around that?
The only thing I can think of is it was a simple thing, but it's too simple. But maybe due to injury, he can't compete anymore. For he has to just give his belt up.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing, I guess, but then you've still got him saying he never got beaten for the championship, haven't you? If when he goes to Nitro, potentially, and also
Yeah.
that is something he actually did suggest that after Survivor Series, he just hands the belt over on Raw to Vince, and that didn't sound good. That didn't sound an ideal solution. I'll tell you my theory because it is a tough question, and you could probably pick holes in my theory, but I'll tell you what I would do. He loses the belt to Owen at the Survivor Series in a triple threat match. So how I would have done it is the previous Raw, Steve Austin and Owen Hart had their Intercontinental title match. Owen was the Intercontinental champion, and Steve beats him at Survivor Series. But instead, you have that previous Raw. Steve Austin says, "I can't wait till Survivor Series. I want you now." And then Steve beats him at Raw. But what happens is Brett interferes, but it backfires and it costs Owen the title. And Steve wins the Intercontinental title at Raw, and then Owen is angry with Brett, and Shawn Michaels is at ringside. Maybe some kind of argument between Brett and Shawn costs Owen the title. Then somehow Owen gets figured into a triple threat match at Survivor Series, and Brett makes it up to him and says, "Well, I'll get you involved with this match then." And Shawn says, "I don't care. I can beat both of you," and that's how they do it. And then what would happen is Owen beats Brett at the Survivor Series, just pins him, and then Brett anoints Owen as the new champion and new leader of the Hart Foundation, and Brett gets a nice send off.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, it could have worked. Yeah.
Now there are a couple of faults with that scenario that Shawn may still not have got along with it. Maybe not even Brett, but I think him dropping the belt to his brother, a fellow Canadian, may have been more appealing. And also, Vincent Martin didn't see Owen as a mid card as a main event talent. He only saw him as a mid carder. So
Yeah.
these are all things I don't think Vince would have gone for it, but that would have been my solution. I mean, obviously, it's easy to speak fondly of Owen now. He's no longer with us, and obviously, he died in tragic circumstances. But I was always very high on Owen. I thought he was a real talent, and I think a world title on him would not have been unthinkable.
It's very popular. Popular with his face or heel, and everyone remembers him when he had his two awards in one award in each hand,
His slammies, yeah.
and it's like when it was British Bulldog beat Bret Hart, for the title, and Bret Hart congratulated him and stuff.
Mm. Yeah, we're going to talk about it in the future, aren't we? We're going to talk about SummerSlam 1992 because we were both there.
I didn't realize that was the match because I was so far away.
Yeah,
I was right at the top.
yeah. They were just like matchsticks, weren't they? We had to watch it on the big screen above the ring, but it was still an experience, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Anyway, that's a
no, the
discussion
experience.
for another episode. We should probably shelve that for now. Save
Yeah,
that for later.